What's up, homies? Let's talk about another part of semi precious stones, collector stones. A lot of stones that aren't one of the precious stones kind of just get put into the collector's stone category altogether because not enough people have a knowledge of the market. When it comes to semi precious stones, they pretty much all don't have a set value unless people know more and more about them. And it's not uncommon for someone to maybe buy a semi precious stone and sell it at 7, 8 times the cost that they bought it for, just based on the hype. It might not be rare at all. It's just they found a way to hype it to you that it was rare, limited quantities, an amazing color. There's 1,000 ways that you could hype up a stone, and you need to learn how to do that. But collector stones actually become collector stones for a few reasons, in my opinion. Sometimes they're not hard enough to be used in jewelry. Sometimes there's not a large enough supply for the jewelry retailers to buy and sell to you. Sometimes the carat size is too big, and sometimes the carat size is too small. Now, with the big and small thing, that depends on the species. Sometimes you can't cut a gem to be any smaller, or it'll lose value, such as a star rose quartz or a star garnet, a star ruby. You wouldn't cut those to be smaller because it's just a viewing stone. If it's, this big, hundreds of carats, is probably not going to be used in a piece of jewelry anyways. Same thing goes with collector stones that are too small. Like Haiyun, that's a really bright blue gemstone that you probably can't find in more than a half a carat. Those Montana sapphires, that's a precious stone, but I still call it a collector stone because they don't come in large carat sizes without a ridiculous price. A typical Montana sapphire is around a half a carat, 1 carat at the most. If you want to get bigger, it's going to cost you exponentially. So, I think if a gem is too small, that's another thing that you're really going to end up having to compete with. I mean, you think you can order a stone and just say, I want it in this carat size. Depends on the stone. You can't have every stone. Not in every carat size. You want a bonitoite? It's going to cost you a lot of money. You want a carat? Not even going to find it. A bixbyte, which is a purplish, reddish beryl. Don't ask for more than a carat. The largest one they've ever found was around like 5, 7 carats. And you think I'll just ask for a 1 carat. Come on, man. You have to play within reality and say that's a collector stone. Now, what a lot of people are making money off of is putting collector stones into jewelry. So this is a part of the market that you can see. It's happening already. Maybe somebody's using variscite instead of turquoise and getting a brighter color and a higher price. This might be a marketing ploy that you want to employ because you really have so many gems that nobody knows about. All kinds. It doesn't even matter if they're extremely rare. If nobody knows about them, nobody cares about them. And you could get them at the time that they come out. Maybe when they run out of that gemstone, if you still have some, that would be good for an investment thing. But investments in gems are kind of like built into the investment, like buying gems for a really good deal and then selling them. It's not like you just buy a gem at retail price and wait for it to go up in value. You're being ridiculous. You know what I mean? A collector's gem could be that. You might pay an extreme price for something just because you can't get it. And you want it in your collection and you're just a collector. That's how I am. I don't care to sell any of my stuff. I just want stuff nobody else has. When it comes time to sell it, maybe it would be pretty easy to sell it because it's rare. Always stick to rarity for value. And that's just kind of what I think about this semi-precious collector stones. sometimes people pitch stones that are a hardness of 2, 3 for thousands of dollars. You really need to see how wide this market is. Some people like to see faceted gems that will never be used in jewelry, and they will respect them.